Hi Capricorn, welcome to mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always check what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, as usual, I have a special sales offer available. And for this month, it's called Building Blocks, and it's a reading that looks upon the type of building process occurring in your life in general, or in regards to an area of interest where that building up process has already started, such as a relationship, an investment, a project, job. So if you'd like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Capricorn, it feels like the tone of mid-May for some of you, it's quite moody and very emotional, filled with ups and downs and highs and lows. There's a level of surrealism here associated with how some of you might be perceiving experiences occurring around you. For some of you, you're also surrounded by a lot of emotional people, and this is contributing to this kind of surreal, over-the-top, crazy, emotional, current that strikes you as being at times a little bit abnormal, weird. It feels like some of you have just a sensation during mid-May that something is off, something is just strange, even though you can't quite put your finger on it or really decipher what the problem is. For some of you Capricorns, you will be through the next weeks really trying to decipher what the problems really are about to the bottom when it comes to your life, when it comes to your profession, when it comes to associations as well that some of you have. For some of you, there's also a possibility that you might be feeling, somehow alerted towards a child. If you are a parent, you could be concerned with a younger member of the family, or you could be, extra protective of those you see as being a little bit vulnerable around you. For some of you, there could also be this energy during mid-May where you feel vulnerable, where you feel that you don't have as much defenses or mechanisms to support you through this time, where you can't just hold yourself strong in the midst of situations that again might appeal more to emotion than to reason. It could be that some of you feel during mid-May that at times the anchor, right, the ground beneath your feet, is not really as steady as you would like it to be, even though it feels like there's a progression. If some of you kind of ride this emotional current and ride these uncertain, again, strange times, you will be able to move into June pulling it off quite successfully, and regaining a sense of stability where you perhaps have been feeling you are lacking on. For some of you, there might be a new opportunity coming up during this time that brings emotions out of you, even if it's related to work. It feels like there's a lot of emotions that are being poured out of this. So your perceptions again about situations and the way you discern about them, the way you judge them, might need to might be a little bit I don't want to say wrong, but it's like there might be something about it that is more prone to error of judgment than usual. So you are advised to take things with caution during this time, especially when it's a situation that appeals too much to emotions, but where something else might be on the line, such as your resources, your sense of well-being, and so forth. So you want to just move carefully during these times until you feel steady, or until you feel like something in your life that is not steady regains that strong foundation. And some of you feel like also you have this type of cross to bear. So some of you might feel like there's an emotional burden on you during this time. You might feel like there's hidden things beneath the surface that you can't really hold well. So things inside of you that might be an issue, secrets, fears, anxiety, addictions. There might be things about you that have been kept hidden that are kind of bubbling here and wanting to come out. And this was a message that I believe already showed up in your May television reading, so you might want to check that video out if you haven't already, because there's a similar message when it comes to that, when it comes to things that have been occult, things that have been hidden, things that deal with your past, or deal with, again, habitual patterns that only you know about, or very few. Things might be wanting to pop out. It's like come out. There's almost like this emotional, powerful release happening from things that could be traced back even from your childhood. So it's like serious emotional things that have been buried so far. So you might be discussing things that have happened to you in childhood. You could be looking at the eyes of your own child, or any other kind of children or situation that triggers your childhood. Might be that catalysis to make this happen. You might be having dreams with children, dreams with things that happened to you when you were younger. So there's a lot of unconscious pull to help you overcome some trauma, or some unresolved, unfinished emotional issue that has kept you kind of hanging so far. It's almost like for some of you Capricorns, there's really a lot of things that have been in this hanged position for a long time. For some of you Capricorns, this is speaking of a matter of years, and so it's time to be free for some of that, so you can regain a sense of self that feels real, and that feels strong, and that feels natural. So you want to heal some of your issues because you want to be in your best, you want to be your very best self. You want to utilize your potential to the maximum, and definitely some of you will be moving through June wanting to succeed extremely in the material realm. So some of you are just aware, and you have this understanding that in order to have that, in order to be free to pursue your ambitions, you have to resolve something that is bothering you, that is bothering your ability to concentrate fully as you want in future investments. Some of you that are parents, again, you might be healing certain issues here by just having this parental role. Some of you that are parents or about to be, you have here a delicate, sensitive, special child. So keep that in mind. And it feels like for some of you Capricorns, you know that your child is gifted, or that there's a child around you that is very gifted. There's a special here connection that it's formed between you and a child that is very interesting. When I say child, it can be a younger member, again, a younger person with whom you have a special psychic almost relationship. For some of you, you might be wanting to invest in your children dreams, or in someone younger, again, dreams, or you might want someone to invest on your dreams. So there's that perhaps that mutual exploration of future investment in dreams, talents, skills, vocation. Some of you are very geared to work on this, to invest on things that are fulfilling to you and to the ones you care about. So you want to really build here a sort of empire that is not just about the money or the status, but also brings some emotional fulfillment to the picture. You don't want to have something built that is just dry or that is just empty of meaning. Some of you are searching for this meaning. And it might be also kind of the cross that some of you have been marrying, is that in the pursuit to meaning of your life, of your career path, of your relationship path, you might have committed to a path that is long. It requires tenacity. It requires, courage. It requires for you to withstand some sacrifices, okay? By choosing, again, your spiritual growth and development. And I feel like you're about to reach that point where, blessings are coming in the more you dive into what makes you human, what makes you vulnerable, what makes you connected with those out there that might have similar backgrounds or a similar path to explore, such as you do. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see each other soon.